The new PPSA, or Personal Property Security Act, is no doubt the largest change to the credit management industry in the last 25 years. It impacts on all businesses that supply credit. It does not matter if that credit is supplied for 1 hour, 1 week, 1 month, or 6 months. And more importantly, it doesn't matter if a business supplies goods and services or just goods alone. If a business supplies credit, then it affects them. How does it work? In early 2000, every single entity in New Zealand, either individual or business, had to have a PPSA registry file. Essentially, it is a list of creditors which is administered by the New Zealand government, in particular, the Insolvency and Trustee Services of New Zealand. When a creditor registers an interest in one of their clients' PPSA registry files, they have become a secured creditor, with preference over unsecured creditors, helping to ensure they get paid even when a company goes into liquidation or voluntary liquidation. There are two main types of registration. The first and most common is a GSI, or General Security Interest Registration. It is the standard registration which is taken by businesses that supply goods and services, or alternatively, services only. A business simply registers as a credit provider on their client's PPSA registry file, making them a secured creditor. The business doesn't register a dollar value. They simply pay the $20 government registration fee and they become a secured creditor for the next 5 years. The second type of registration is a PMSI, or Personal Money Security Interest Registration. It is a registration designed to protect ownership of identifiable goods. These goods are anything from capital equipment, building materials, wholesale products sent to distributors. The list goes on. Why is a PPSA registration so important? Firstly, a PPSA registration will protect a business from preferential payments clawback, which allows for liquidators to claw back any payments made to unsecured creditors for up to 6 months, which they deem to be made in preference to secured creditors. So now, even when you are paid, if your client files for voluntary liquidation or is adjusted liquidated within 2 years of you being paid, you could still lose that money. And secondly, one of the other major effects of the introduction of the PPSA is that title no longer exists without a PPSA registration. In other words, the fine print you see on most invoices that generally says, "Goods remain ours until the goods have been paid for," is now no longer valid. As a matter of fact, as soon as a business releases their product to their client becomes the legal owner of that product, despite the fact that they haven't paid for the product. This includes stock in a client's warehouse, stock at a client's premises, equipment on loan, equipment delivered on site, and even affects goods on hire. So the excavator on the building site or scaffolding on hire are now up for grabs if a liquidator is appointed. So how does the PPSA benefit a business? EC Credit Control have been in business for over 25 years and have over 70,000 clients. Up until the introduction of the PPSA, our only clients that were secured creditors were the major banks. Now all of our clients can become secured creditors with the same importance as the banks for a simple registration fee of $49 plus GST. Remember, it's not about waiting for a business to go into liquidation before you get paid. It's about using your position as a secured creditor to manage your cash flow more effectively. Ask yourself, if you had a supplier which was a secured creditor and a number that weren't, who would you pay first? The new PPSA legislation is impacting on all businesses who extend credit. It's up to the business to decide whether that impact is going to be positive or negative. With 14 area managers based in the main centers in New Zealand, EC Credit Control can show you how to integrate the PPSA legislation into your business, providing you with the opportunity to manage your cash flow like never before.